and welcome back. Or if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Leah. Thank you so much for joining me here today. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Duvolle Radiance Skin Care System. This was sent to me free to review. They just said, you know, be honest and say what you think. So I have thoughts on this product and I'm going to share them with you. So the Duvolle Radiance Skin Care System is a 5-piece set. It does come with this well, let me take it out of the box. That would probably help, because I mean, I can do that. So it comes in this nice box, and then you can take the products out to use them. The first thing is this handle here. It does have an on-off button. Pretty simple. It does take 4 AA batteries, and then it comes with a few attachments. Well, 4 attachments here. We have a pumice stone. There is a nice big body brush, and then there is, these have been used, so they are clean, but they look a little dirty. There is the face cleanser, and then there is the face exfoliator. So normally I don't do reviews on skincare items just because I'm not very committed to skincare. I try very, very hard, but I find my skin fluctuates so much depending on what I'm using and then the season or the time of the month and that sort of thing, and I just get frustrated and I have a hard time keeping track of what's what and what's working and what's not. So I tend to not review stuff just because I get frustrated and I lose focus, and then I just stop using it and I just wash my face. And anyway, that's not what this video is about. However, when they contacted me about this system specifically, I was going to say no, because I'm like, why would I review that? I don't do skincare really on my channel. However, the pumice stone and the body brush got me to say yes. And I felt that this was a tool. It wasn't necessarily skincare as in like lotions and potions and that sort of thing, which I have to kind of see how it's working on my skin over a period of time. This gives you pretty immediate results, so you know what you're dealing with. It's not like a drawn out process where you're like, okay, is it working? Is it not working? Do I like it? Do I not like it? So bottom line is I said yes, and so they sent it to me, and I was so excited to try this out. And again, my skincare routine is fairly simple. I don't use cleansers. I use, what's it called? Eye makeup remover to take off my eye makeup. And sometimes I use coconut oil if I'm all out of that. And then I just use a microfiber cloth and wipe all my makeup off my face with that. And then I go in with my micellar water and and then I go in with my micellar water just to make sure everything's gone. And I use apple cider vinegar to tone my face. So no cleanser is used. Very rarely. The odd time I do, but I thought I would give it a try anyway. So you might say, Leah, why? How can you actually tell us about this product when you don't do a huge skincare routine? Well, I think I can. And I think even with the limits that I have on my skincare routine, this is still something that I can use and that I do enjoy. So let me just start with some like key things that it says. It says that you can deeply cleanse your skin with the Radiance Skin Care System's rotating movement to achieve cleaner and more vibrant skin over your whole body. Reveal the hidden glow of your skin with the Radiance Skin Care System. I did get this a few weeks ago and I just started using it right away, and the first things that I used were these two right here. This is the face cleanser and then this is the face exfoliator. Let me just read to you what it does say that they do, if I can find it. The facial cleansing brush gently removes excess dirt and makeup residue from your skin and is great to use prior to exfoliation. Gently move the facial cleansing brush across your face while moving in a circular motion. And I did video it for your pleasure. So let's take a look at what this looks like. And then we have the exfoliating brush, which is this one. They're kind of hard to tell when you're looking at them both. You can kind of see a difference in the texture on it. So then we have the exfoliating brush, and it says it is made of soft bristles, special, and it said it And it says that it is made of soft bristles specially designed for tender facial skin. For best results, be sure to wash your face prior to treatment to ensure your skin is free of any residue. Apply brush with your favorite cleanser and gently move the brush across your face while moving the unit in a circular motion. Apply the brush to your face flat, not at an angle. So for this, I didn't use cleanser. For the first one, I actually did just to try it out. I had some cleanser. I do have cleanser, I just don't use it all the time. So for the first brush, just to try it out, I did use cleanser with that. And then for the exfoliating one, I didn't. I just wet the brush and I used it that way. So So as you can see from the video, the first one with the cleanser did take off a majority of my makeup without any problem. When I went in with the second brush to use as an exfoliator, there was very minimal residue coming off onto that specific brush. I have to say that these felt really nice on the skin, and if you're someone who likes to pamper yourself or really get a deep cleanse, I think you're going to get that with this system, with that cleansing brush. I mean, it's the nature of it. I mean, it's the same thing like if you have a kitchen and you know you're just going around and you're cleaning the kitchen, but then sometimes you might go and get an old toothbrush and like really get in the grooves of the kitchen cabinets and stuff like that, and maybe the grout and of the backsplash or whatever, and it's just going to come cleaner because you got little bristles going in there to clean it. So I think it's kind of the same concept for your face. It's going to help cleanse out your skin, it's going to help cleanse your skin that much better than maybe just regular cleanser would do and that sort of thing. So if you are, I don't want to say high maintenance, but if you're more maintenance than maybe I am, this is something that you might really enjoy. I have to say I really did enjoy the exfoliating part of it, just to kind of go across my face and to, I don't know, it just felt really nice. It was like a really relaxing movement on my skin. I think this is something that when I have a bath, I'm going to really enjoy. That's when I tend to pamper myself. So specifically for the facial cleansing things, they do work. They are effective. They do what they claim to do. So that is good. But for me, it's just a little bit too high maintenance for me to do every day. However, when I do have my bath time and, you know, I'm soaking and I'm enjoying myself, I'll pull this out and I'm going to use it and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have fun. That being said, my husband has, he doesn't take care of his skin very well at all. He goes in the shower, he uses soap, he gets out. He doesn't have hair, so he doesn't even like have shampoo or anything. It's a very quick process. But he was complaining about his skin a few weeks ago. And so but he was complaining about his skin a few weeks ago, and he was starting to get a lot of texture on his skin, and it was really frustrating him. And when you looked at him, his skin looked kind of dull, and like, not that you would look at him and look like, hey, he looks bad, but he was noticing it. So he's like, is there anything we can do? So I'm like, sure. I don't know if I had the system yet. So we went upstairs and I put a mud mask on him. And that helped a lot. Like, it kind of brightened his face up a bit. You could tell it really cleaned out his pores and just cleaned his face real nice, and it felt good and everything. So he was happy with that. But then I got the system, and now he has claimed the exfoliating one as his own, and he uses it almost every day. And the texture that he had on his face, they weren't pimples, and it wasn't really milia. I'm not even sure what it was. It was just texture. It was there. I mean, he's a 43-year-old man. He works in construction, and he's around dust and gunk and all kinds of stuff all day. So stuff is getting onto his skin, and he wasn't taking care of it and cleansing it properly. Since he has started using this in the last few weeks, his skin has noticeably become different. His skin was less dull after that face mask, but it's continued to stay more radiant, for lack of a better word. I mean, I wouldn't look at him and say he's glowy, but there's a definite difference in the radiance to his skin, and then also the texture on his skin is noticeably diminished and going away in the last few weeks of just using this all over his face. So I think if you do suffer from some texture on your face or some dull skin, this will definitely help. It's a simple little thing, and it helps. It works. I should probably show you just here how it works. I mean, it's straightforward for me, but you take the little piece and you click it on and you turn it on. It's not super loud, and it's very gentle. It feels nice, kind of tickles a little bit. But that's all there is to it. It cleans up really well too. You just have to put some soap on it or some cleanser, whatever you want to use to clean out, kind of whatever you would use probably to clean your makeup brushes. Clean it up and you're good to use it for the next time. Even just a little bit of soap on it. I found I just used the cleanser that I wash my face with and it came out with that. So those are those two brushes. Then we have the body brush, which is this one right here. And this was one of the ones that I was super excited to try out from the kit because I thought, oh, this is going to be so nice in the shower. As far as texture goes, like the one that is the cleansing brush, which is this one here, is super soft. Then this one is still soft. It just feels a little bit denser. Like it feels like the bristles are slightly more firm. And then same with this one. It's even a little bit more firm than the exfoliating one. So it's really gonna give you a nice scrub to your body without, you know, hurting your skin or anything like that. And let me just read to you what it says about the body brush. Where is it? The large body brush can be used on the hands and body. Apply soap or cleanser on hand or body and then gently move the brush on your skin in a circular motion. So I did that. I was in the shower. I put a little bit of my, what's it called? Body wash on this and I had fun. I went to town. It felt really nice all over my skin. The only drawback with this is if you're going to use it in the shower, hold on tight because this is a slippery little sucker when it's turned on and you're trying to do circular motions and it's doing circular motions and you got water going on around you. That's my only con with this is you got to have a good grip on it. Otherwise it's just gonna fall on the floor and do a dance on the bottom of the shower. But it is really nice. It's really nice to get like your elbows or your knees and slough off some of that dead skin. It's not, it is very gentle. It's not going to hurt in any way, but it is effective and it gets really nice and sudsy. So if you're someone that enjoys that experience, it's really fun. Again, I don't use body wash all the time, not that often at all, but this is something that I would definitely use when I have a bath and use it in the tub because I feel it'll be a little bit easier for me to maneuver around my body in the tub. So, because there's not water, you know, pouring on top of me, it's just around me. You get my drift. Anyway, I do enjoy this. Again, this is something my husband does use fairly regularly and he really enjoys it as well. It's something that he's actually reaching for to use because he enjoys it so much, which says a lot because he's usually like in and out of the shower in like 2 minutes flat. So he does take the time to use this now as well. And like I said, he's enjoying it. It feels nice. It does what it says it's going to do. It is really nice at kind of keeping, I wouldn't say it's gonna like, if you have gnarly elbows and knees, it's not going to magically make those better, but it is going to help maintain things, you know, that sort of thing. So yeah, the only con that I have with this is, and I didn't find it so much with the face brush, I think it's just because this is so large. So when this is in the shower, you have to have a good grip on it because it's going to try and get away from you. But otherwise, works great. So then we come to the Pumice Stone, which I thought was going to be amazing. I thought I was going to soak my feet and then put this on and all my dead skin from my feet, the calluses were all going to come off. It didn't do that. But I was expecting something more than what this was probably going to offer in the first place. Like my skincare routine, I don't take care of my feet that well. I don't put lotion on it. I don't like feeling gunky and like slimy or anything like that, so I don't usually use it. The odd time I will, if like I'm so dry to the point that I'm itching and it's starting to bother me, I'll put lotion on. But that's about the only time. So my feet get dry and cracked, and I'm gonna show a video of me using this for the first time. I had just come out of the shower, so my feet hadn't really soaked, but I'm like, I was in the shower, water was falling on it constantly. So this is what my experience was with that. So now we're going to pretend we didn't see it. I basically did that so you could see how it works. Anyway, that's how it works. Let me read to you what it says, and then we'll get into my thoughts. The Pumice Stone. Prior to use, immerse your foot in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes. Then wipe dry. Apply pumice on your foot and it move in circular motions. No. Prior to use, immerse your foot in warm water for 10 to 15 minutes. Then wipe dry. I didn't do that. Apply pumice on foot and move in circles. During rotation, pumice effectively removes hard cells at the elbow or under the foot. The pumice stone attachment is to never be used on the face. Things we shouldn't have to say, and yet we do. So I didn't soak my feet, and I did do it again, and I have to say, after soaking my feet, it got off like skin, but it wasn't really getting the hard, dried, cracked monstrosity of my heels to come, you know, the skin to come off of that. But it did work for like other parts of my feet that weren't so bad. So does it work? Yes. If you're looking for this to work miracles and you soak your feet and it's going to slough off all the dead stuff, it's not going to happen. But it does work for just the general maintenance. Again, this is something I would use after I've had a bath and just, you know, maybe to maintain my feet and the way they look, because I do the foot masks every once in a while. And I do have to say, this was something that was really nice for that. So, you know, when you see these foot masks and it shows the pictures like of all the skin just falling off, and like some people it's gross. To me it's like I want to pick that. Anyway, it's a picture like this. Now, I've done many foot masks over the last couple of years and my feet never look like that. It's, you know, they start to kind of get dry looking and cracked, and then you start peeling it on your own, at least in my experience. And I've tried different brands. So this last one that I did, it was around the time for it to start peeling and everything like that. So I soaked my feet. I soaked my feet for about 15-20 minutes, and then I took them out of the thing, and then I used this attachment and I just went all over my feet with it. And oh my goodness, it looked like this picture. It looked like that's what my feet then looked like. And then it was very easy to get the skin off. This was really nice to use on the top of my foot as well if you're doing one of those peels and trying to get the skin off, just because it's gentle enough that it's not going to scratch and hurt. And it was gentle enough that it was just a slight tickle, not an intense tickle. So if you have ticklish feet and you're trying to do, you know, if you have ticklish feet and someone's touching them, or you're trying to, you know, use those cheese grater things on your feet or another kind of pumice stone, this is kind of nice because it's softer. So it's a light tickle. It's not like a hard tickle where you can't keep your foot there. It's bearable is what I'm trying to say. So this was really nice to really get in between, not in between, but like on top of my toes and kind of in between my toes. But I mean, my toes don't spread that far, but it worked really well in combination with the foot mask in order to get the peel to start coming off my foot better and kind of get that very satisfying look that you see in those foot peel pictures. So yeah, I would say it works well if you're going to use it as maintenance. It's not necessarily something that's going to be dramatic. It's not something that's going to make a dramatic difference if you don't take care of your feet. If you're not someone who puts lotion on and regularly uses something like this, maybe over time it will, I don't know, but again, it's not going to miraculously do it in one sitting, but it does do something. It's not doing nothing. So that's what I'm trying to say on this. Now, as I had said here, you know, the pumice stone attachment should never be used on the face. Good advice. The other good advice that they have here, and I'm going to go into a little bit of a story time with this because I think it's funny and worth noting. It does say that you may want to use a headband to keep your hair away from your face. This is good advice. Not that I've had an experience with this getting stuck in my hair, but let me tell you a story about when I was about 12, 13 years old. So back in the day, in the late 80s, early 90s, central vacuum systems were super popular. I have no idea if people have them in their homes still. I'm assuming they do. But if you don't know what a central vacuum system is basically there's a big unit. We had it in our basement. It kind of looks like a hot water tank. So you have this big unit, and then there's this hose that is like 50 miles long that is loose. It's not attached to the unit. And then throughout your home in various spaces in the walls, there's a tubing system that attaches to the main unit wherever you have it. Ours was in the basement. And it's almost like a plate that goes over it, almost like a switch plate almost thing. It just kind of lifts up and you plug the hose into the unit. And as soon as you plug it in, like as soon as you lift the lid, you can hear the suction. You can hear the unit being activated. So you plug in the hose, and then the other end has like the stick part with the vacuum on it. So in our house, it was a two-story house. And so I would go down to the basement, I would get this huge hose. Meanwhile, I'm like 4'5" and 60 pounds soaking wet. And I'm carrying this hose from the basement and I'm going all the way to the second floor, like, so up 2 flights of stairs. And then I go up there, I plug the hose in and I vacuum the upstairs. And then on our main floor, the hose was long enough to do part of the main floor, and then you would unplug it, you'd run upstairs, unplug it, and then bring the hose down and do the other half of the main floor. So again, I'm upstairs, I start at the top, I do the main floor, I come down the stairs, and I'm doing part of the main floor. And so something got stuck in the vacuum, like the part that rolls on the floor, and it was one of those heavy duty bottoms that has like the roller in it. And it was making very strange sounds, so I needed to fix it so I could continue vacuuming. And instead of running all the way up the stairs and unplugging it first, I just turned it over and I'm trying to, you know, pull out whatever is stuck in these rollers. Again, there's rollers in the vacuum part, like in the base vacuum thing. This is important to remember. So I'm trying to pull this out and my hair is not in a ponytail. And sure enough, that vacuum suctioned right up into the top of my head, and the rollers rolled it all into the vacuum, and it's basically trying to eat me alive. I have a vacuum stuck to my head and I can't do anything about it because the only way to turn this stupid thing off is to unplug it at the top of the stairs. And it's like not 3 or 4 stairs, we're talking like 14, like full flight of stairs. I'd have to run up and get it. So I just stand there in the living room and start screaming for help. And I think my brother came, and after laughing at me for a minute, he ran upstairs and unplugged it. And the suction stopped. And so I was able to like carefully pull my hair out of this vacuum. Let me just tell you, I have been traumatized by that since that day. I always put my hair back after that. Whenever I was using that vacuum, the central vac, I always had my hair in a ponytail after that, because let me tell you, it was scary. I thought I was going to die. I didn't, but you know what? I don't think this would be as traumatic getting your hair caught in this, and you have an off button right here. So that is very good. But it was traumatic enough that I felt the need to share with you. You don't want to get your hair stuck. It's not going to feel nice. This is not super powerful, but it's enough that, I mean, if it gets caught in there and wound in there, it's not going to feel nice. So put your hair back before you use it. That's my advice. A couple of other things that they asked me to mention is about the exfoliating brush. It helps your skin's ability to absorb skincare after you've used it as well, because you've cleaned out your skin. You've sloughed off those dead skin cells. The large body brush is also very useful to use before self-tanning, because again, it's going to slough off all those dead skin cells, so you're not going to get that patchiness. And this particular attachment is waterproof, and it is designed to be able to use in the shower. I have to say, I mean, as slippery as this got, you just have to have a tighter grip on it. But it is really nice to hold. It's not like it's got like a nice grip to it. This is like plastic here, or rubber here, not plastic. This is rubber, so you get that more tighter grip to it. So the nitty gritty details of this. This particular system retails for $95. Please do not pay $95 for this. Everything that they claim about this system is true. It does help give a deeper clean to your skin. It helps to remove texture from your skin. It makes your skin look more radiant. Like, all their claims are 100% accurate. Please don't pay $95 for this though. Please don't. But I do have a code that will get you 70% off. So if you use the code 70Leah, this will only cost you $28.50. I will leave all the information linked in the description box below so that you don't have to go back and try and figure any of it out. I will say this is well worth $28.50. Don't pay $95 for it. Please don't pay $95 for it. I don't know if they'll be upset for me saying that. I don't think any system like this is worth $95. This $28.50 is a fair price, I do have to say. And also with that code, I don't make any money off that. I don't get any kickbacks. There's no rewards, no commissions, nothing like that. It's just a way of them tracking that you came from this video, and a way for them to give you a steep discount and make this affordable. And then I will recommend it to you, because if it was $95, I'd be like, oh hell no. Nope, nope, nope. 70% off, yes. $28.50. That I think is a fair price. It does everything it says it's going to do. I think, like I said, the only con cons for it are, if you're not someone who enjoys that little added extra experience when you're doing your facial cleansing, you're not going to use this. Unless you're someone who is going to take a bath once in a while and pamper yourself, then maybe it'd be something to pull out once in a while. But yeah, I think for someone who really enjoys taking that time every night to really get in there and cleanse our skin, or maybe you're someone who is struggling with acne or maybe a dullness in your skin and you're looking to try something, I think this, not with the pumice stone, don't use that on your face. Let's change the attachment. I think this with something like these brush face attachments would probably work wonders for your skin, and in a fairly quick amount of time. It's really going to get in there. It's going to clean your skin in a gentle way. And like I said, it was effective. It's not something that I'm going to use all the time, but my husband is, and he's noticed a difference, and I've noticed a difference in his skin looking at him. I think this would make a really nice gift for someone, especially maybe a teenager who is starting to struggle with acne, or, you know, you're trying to teach them more about cleaning their skin and taking care of it. Maybe if they start out doing this when they're younger, when they're my age, they'll be, you know, more prone to taking care of it better. Maybe not, I don't know. Or maybe you have a man in your life who is struggling with that sort of thing and doesn't want to use all kinds of lotions. I keep saying lotions. We don't really use lotions on our face. Cleansers and serums and that sort of thing. Maybe they don't really want to get into all that. Something like this, again, it's been really effective for my husband and what he's using. And I really like how it feels on my skin. It is definitely something I will use when I'm going to take the time to pamper myself and have a nice bubble bath or something like that. But yeah, it will get used. It is effective. It does what it says it's going to do. And I think for the price, it's a really nice system. It feels heavy duty. It looks pretty. It's easy to clean. And it, like I said, it does what it says it's going to do, which is important. You don't want to buy something that says it's not going to do what it's going to do. So all in all, I think this is a win. And I think that if any of those points that I mentioned are something that you're curious about, it's worth checking out. Thank you so much to Duvolle for sending this to me and letting me check it out. And again, I will leave all their information linked in the description box below, so you can go and check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.